My lords and ladies, welcome to 12th Night 2024, if you can believe it. And certainly welcome to this year's production by the Golden Stag Players. This year, we are taking on one of Shakespeare's wonderful comedies, Much Ado About Nothing. And on a personal note for myself, I am all about friendships, camaraderie, relationships made between people, sometimes in passing. I will probably make more acquaintances and initial relationships and friendships today, this weekend, than I may make the rest of the year. And it'll be, I catch your name, and then later on, and that develops into this wonderful friendship. And that builds up the SCA. This troop behind me was my first family in the SCA, some 20 years ago. And this brings us back together. They may fly to the edges of the known world or the kingdom between now and the next year. But every year we come back together to create and produce a play for one night, one performance, one night. And we do it for you, and we do it for the laughs, and we do it for the love, because this here makes us happy, and this here is our connection. And we are so grateful. So thank you every single one of you for being here, and I hope you will enjoy the play and start 2024 SCA off with great laughs and enjoyment. And without further ado, Much Ado About Nothing. Oh, coat.
I learn in this letter that Don Pedro of Aragon comes this night to Messina.
He was very nearby this, not 3 leagues off.
And I find here that he has bestowed much honor on a young Florentine named Claudio?
Claudio. Much deserved was he, and well remembered by Don Pedro. He hath borne himself beyond the promise of his age, doing the figure of a lamb, the feats of a lion.
Rar! I pray you, is Signor Montanto returned from the wars or no?
I know none of that name, lady. There was none in the army of any sort.
My cousin means Signor Benedict of Padua.
Oh. He's returned, and as pleasant as ever he was.
But I pray you, how many hath he killed and eaten in these wars? But how many hath he killed? For indeed I promise to eat all of his killing.
Faith, niece, you tax Signor Benedict too much, but he'll meet with you, I'm sure of it. I doubt it not.
He hath done good service in these wars, and a good soldier too.
And a good soldier to a lady. But what is he to a lord?
A lord to a lord, a man to a man, stuffed with all honorable virtue.
It is so indeed. He is no less than a stuffed man.
You must forgive my niece. There is a bit of a merry war betwixt her and Signor Benedict. They never meet, but that there's a skirmish a bit between them.
Alas, he gets nothing by that. In our last conflict, 4 of his 5 wits went halting off, and now is the whole man governed with 1. Who is his companion now? He hath every month a new sworn brother.
I see, lady, the gentleman is not in your book.
No, and he were, I would burn my study. But who is his companion? Is there no young squire now that will make a voyage with him to the devil?
He is most often in the company of the right noble Claudio.
Oh, Lord. Heaven help the noble Claudio if he have caught the Benedict. He is sooner caught than the pestilence, and the taker runs presently mad. If he have caught the Benedict, it will cost him £1,000 ere he be cured.
I will keep friends with you.
Do, good friend.
Don Pedro approaches.
Ah, Senor Leonardo, are are you come to meet your trouble? It is the fashion of the world to avoid at all costs, yet here you are to embrace it.
Never trouble came to my house in the form of your grace. For trouble being gone, comfort should remain. But when you depart from me, trouble abides, and happiness takes his leave.
Oh, well, you embrace your charge too willingly. But I believe this is your daughter?
Her mother hath many times told me so.
Were you in doubt, sir, that you asked her?
Signor Benedict! Why, no, for then you were but a child.
Well, you have the full of it, Benedict, for surely the lady doth father herself. Be happy, lady, for you are very like your noble father.
If Signor Leonato be her father, she would not have his head on her shoulders, for all Messina is like him as she is.
I wonder you will still be talking, Signor Benedict. Nobody marks you.
Ah, my lady Disdain. Are you yet living?
Is it possible Disdain should die while she hath such meat food to feed it as Signor Benedict? Courtesy itself must convert to disdain if you come in her presence.
Then is courtesy a turncoat. But it is certain that I've loved of all ladies, only you excepted. And I would I could find it in my heart to have not a hard heart, for truly I love none.
A dear happiness to women. They would else have been troubled with a pernicious suitor. I thank God in my cold heart I am of your mind for that. I had rather hear my dog bark at a crow than a man swear he loves me.
Oh, God keep your ladyship still in that mind, so some gentleman or other shall escape a predestinate scratched face.
Scratching could not make it worse, and 'twere such a face as yours were.
You are a rare parrot.
A bird of my tongue is better than a beast of yours.
I would my horse had the speed of your tongue, and so great a continuer. But keep your ways, in God's name I have done.
You always end with a jade's trick. I know you of old.
Claudia, Benedict, Signor Leonato hath invited you all. I tell him that we stayed but a month, but he hopes on some occasion that will detain us further.
If you swear, my lord, you shall not be forsworn. And let me bid you welcome, my lord. Being reconciled to the prince, your brother, I owe you all duty.
I am of few words. I thank you.
Please it your grace, lead on.
Your hand, Leonato. We go together.
Benedict, didst thou note the daughter of Signor Leonato?
I noted her not, but I looked on her.
Is she not a marvelous young lady?
Do you question me as an honest man for my simple, true judgment? Or would you have me answer after my fashion as a professed tyrant to their sex?
I pray thee, speak in sober judgment.
I'faith, methinks she's too low for high praise, too brown for fair praise, and too little for great praise. Only this commendation can I afford her, that were she other than she is, she were unattractive, and that she is no other but that she is, I do not like her.
Thou thinkest I am in sport. I pray thee, tell me truly how thou likest her.
Would you buy her that you inquire after her?
Can the world buy such a jewel?
Yea, and a case to put it in.
In mine eye, she is the sweetest lady that ever I looked upon.
I can see yet without spectacles, yet I see no such matter. Oh, there's her cousin, and she were not possessed of a fury. Exceeds her as much in beauty as the 1st of May doth the last of December. But I hope you have no intent to turn husband, have you?
I'd scarce deny myself, though I'd sworn to the contrary, if Hero would be my wife.
Oh, it's come to this. Shall I never see a bachelor of 80 again?
What secret hath detained you that you have not followed on to Leonato's?
I would your grace would constrain me to tell.
Well, I charge thee by thy allegiance.
Oh, on my allegiance. Oh, mark you, on my allegiance. He is in love. With who? Oh, that is your grace's part. Mark how short his answer is. With Hero, Leonato's short daughter.
Well, if you are in love with Hero, cherish it, for the lady is very well worthy.
You speak this to fetch me in, Lord.
I but speak my thought.
And in faith, Lord, I spoke mine.
Well, in my 2 troths and 2 faiths, my lord, I spoke mine.
That I love her, I feel.
Oh, that she is worthy, I know.
That I neither feel how should she be loved or know how should she be worthy is the opinion that fire cannot melt out of me. I shall die in it at the stake.
Well, thou wert ever the obstinate heretic in despite of beauty.
That a woman bore me, I give thanks. That she brought me up, I likewise give most humble thanks. But that I should hang up my bugle at an invisible baldric, all women shall pardon me.
I shall die ere I see thee look pale with love.
Oh, with anger, with sickness, or with hunger, my lord, oh, not with love.
Why? Oh, as they say, the noble bull doth bear the yoke.
Well, the bull may, but if ever the sensible Benedict bear it, pluck off the bull's horns and set them in my forehead. Oh, and let me be vilely painted, and as I write in great letters, here is a gored horse to hire. Let them signify under my sign, here you may see Benedict, the married man.
Well, you will temporize with the hours. In the meantime, repair to Leonardo's and commend me to him, and tell him that I will not fail him at dinner, for he hath made great preparation.
Oh, I have almost matter in me for such an embassage. And so, I leave you.
My lord, your highness now may do me good.
Well, my love is thine to teach. Teach it any hard lesson that will do thee good.
Hath Leonardo any son, my lord?
No child but Hero, she's his only heir. Dost thou affect her, Claudio?
Oh, my lord, before we went onward on this ended action, I looked upon her with a soldier's eye, saying, I liked her ere I went to wars.
Well, she is a fair and worthy lady. I will break with her and with her father, and you will be married. She shall be yours.
How sweetly thou do minister to love, that no love's grief by its complexion.
We will have revelry tonight. I will disguise myself as Claudio, and in her bosom unleash my amorous tale such that it will take her hearing by force. She shall fall in love. And then I will break with her father, and the 2 of you will be married. Come, let us put it into practice presently.
Come. Oh, how now, sister?
I have heard such news that you have not yet dreamt of.
Are they good?
The prince and Count Claudio were thus overheard by a man of mine. Claudio confessed to the prince that he loves your daughter, and meant to acknowledge it this night in a dance. And if he found her important, meant instantly to break with you of it.
Hath the man any wit that told you this?
No good sharp fellow.
We shall hold it as a dream until it appear itself. But I will acquaint my daughter with all, that she may be better prepared for an answer, if peradventure this be true. Go you and tell her of it.
good ear, my lord. Why are you so out of measure sad?
I cannot hide what I am. I must be sad when I have cause and smile at no man's jest. Eat when I have a stomach and wait on no man's leisure. Sleep when I am drowsy, tend on no man's business. Laugh when I am merry and claw no man in his humor.
Yes, but you must not make true show of it. You may do so without controlment. You have of late stood out against your brother. He has taken you newly into his grace. Wherefore, you cannot take true root, but by the fair weather you make yourself.
I'd rather be a canker in a hedge than a rose in his grace. Though it cannot be said that I am a flattering, honest man, it must not be denied, but that I am a plain-dealing villain. I am trusted with a muzzle and enfranchised with a clog. Therefore, I have decreed not to sing in my cage. Why, if I had my mouth, I would bite. If I had my liberty, I would do my liking. In the meantime, let me be that I am, and seek not to alter me.
Can you make no use of your discontent?
I make all use of it, for I use it only. What news, Brachio?
I came yonder from a great supper. The prince, your brother, is royally entertained by Leonato. And I can give you news of an intended marriage.
Oh, will it serve for any model to build mischief on it? Who is he that betroths himself to unquietness?
Married is on your brother's right hand.
Who, the most exquisite Claudio?
Even he.
Oh, a proper squire. Who, which way looks he?
Marry on Hero, the daughter and heir of Leonato.
Ah, very forward march chick.
I overheard it agreed upon that the prince should woo Hero for himself, and having obtained her, give her to Count Claudio.
Come, come, let us thither. This may prove food to my displeasure. That young upstart has all the glory of my overthrow. If I can cross him in any way, I will bless myself in every way. You are both sure and will assist me?
To the death, my lord.
Let us to the supper. Their cheer is the greater that I am subdued. Shall we go see what is to be done? Was not Count John here at supper this evening?
Well, I saw him not.
How tartly that gentleman looks. I never can see him, but I am heartburned an hour after.
He is of a very melancholy disposition.
He were an excellent man, were made just in the midway between him and Benedict. One is too like an image and says nothing. The other too like my lady's eldest son, evermore tattling.
Thou will never get a husband if thou be so shrewd of thy tongue. In faith, she's too cursed.
Too cursed is more than cursed. I shall lessen God's sending that way, for it is said that God sends a cursed cow short horns. But to a cow too cursed, he sends none.
And so by being too cursed, God would send you no horns?
For the which blessing I am at God upon my knees every morning and evening.
Well, niece, I hope that you will be guided by your father.
Yes, in faith. It is my cousin's duty to make curtsy and say, Father, as it please you. But for all that, cousin, let him be a handsome fellow, or else make another curtsy and say, Father, as it please me.
Well, I hope to see you one day fitted with a husband.
Not till God make men of some other metal than earth.
Daughter, remember what I told you. If the prince do solicit you in that kind, you know your answer. The revelers are entering. Sister, make good room.
Lady, will you walk about with your friend?
So you walk softly and look sweetly and say nothing. I am yours for the walk, especially when I walk away.
With me in your company?
If I like, I may say so when I please.
Well, wouldn't please you to say so.
When I like your favor. For God defend the lute should be like the case.
Well, speak low if you speak of love.
Will you not tell me who told you so?
No, you must pardon me.
Nor will you not tell me who you are?
Not now.
That I was disdainful, and that I had my good wit out of the 100 merry tales? This was Signor Benedict that said so.
What's he?
Did he never make you laugh?
Well, I pray tell, what is he?
He is the prince's jester, a very dull fool. Only his gift is in devising impossible slanders. None but libertines delight in him, and the commendation is not in his wit, but in his villainy. For he both pleases men and angers them, and then they laugh at him and beat him. I am sure he is in the fleet. I would he had boarded me.
When I know the gentleman, I'll tell him what you said.
Oh, do. Oh, we must follow the leaders.
In every good thing.
Nay, if they lead to any ill, I will lead them at the next turning.
Sure, my brother is amorous on Hero and has withdrawn her father to break with him about it, and all the ladies have followed her. And one visor remains.
And that is Claudio. I know him by his bearing.
Oh, you mean his petulant slouch? Are you not Signor Benedict?
You know me well. I am he.
Signor, you are very near my brother in his love. He is amorous on Hero. I pray you, dissuade him from her. She is no equal for his birth.
I know you, he loves her.
I heard him swear his affection.
So did I too. He swore he would marry her tonight.
Huh. Let us to the supper. No touchy the Dutchy.
Thus answer I in the name of Benedict. But hear these ill news with the ears of Claudio. 'Tis certain so. The prince woos for himself. Friendship. It's constant in all things save the offices and affairs of love.
Oh, Minari di Messina. Oh, Claudio.
Yea, saint.
Come, go with me. The prince hath got your hero.
Oh, I wish him joy of her.
Did you think the prince would have misused you thus?
I pray you leave me.
Oh, now you strike like the blind man. 'Twas the boy who stole the meat, and you'll beat the post.
If it will not be, I'll leave you.
Alas, poor hurt fowl. Now will you creep into sedges? But that my Lady Beatrice should know, and yet not know, the prince is fool. Well, it may be that I go under that sign because I am merry. No, I am not so reputed. It is the base disposition of Lady Beatrice who puts the world into her person and thus sets me out. I'll be revenged on her as I may.
Good Signor. Have you seen the Count?
Oh, I have, my lord, though I found him melancholy. I told him true that I thought your grace had got the goodwill of this young hero.
Well, okay. The Lady Beatrice hath a quarrel with you. The lord who danced with her earlier said that she is much wronged by you.
She misused me, past the endurance of a block. An oak with but one green leaf would have answered her. My very visor would have assumed life to scorn her. She told me, not thinking that I had been myself, that I was the prince's jester, that I was duller than a great thaw, huddling chest upon chest, with such impossible conveyance upon me that I stood like a man at a mark and an entire army shooting at me. She speaks poniards, and every word stabs. Talk not of her.
Oh, look, here she comes.
Will your grace do me any service for the world's end? I will go on any errand to the Antipodes that you devise to send me on. I will fetch you a toothpicker from the furthest inch of Asia, bring you the length of Prester John's foot, do you any embassage anywhere, pluck you a hair from Duke Frederick of Holland's beard. rather than hold 3 words conference with this harpy. You have no employment for me?
None but to enjoy your good company.
Oh, my lord, here's a dish I love not. I cannot endure my lady tongue.
Oh, dear lady, you have lost the heart of Signor Benedict.
Indeed, my lord. He lent it me a while, and I gave him a use for it. A double heart for his single one. Marry once before he won it of me with false dice. Therefore, your grace may well say I have lost it.
Well, you put him down, lady, you put him down.
So I would not he should do me, my lord, lest I should prove the mother of fools. I have brought Count Claudio, whom you sent me to see.
Yes, well, how now, Count? Whyfore are you sad?
Not sad, my lord.
Well, how then, sick?
Neither, my lord.
The Count is neither sad nor sick, nor merry nor well, but a civil Count. Civil as an orange and something of that jealous complexion.
Well, lady, I do believe your blazon to be true, though if it be so, his conceit is false. Claudio, I have wooed for thee and obtained Hero. I have brokered with her father and obtained his goodwill. Name the date, and God give thee joy.
Count, take of me my daughter, and with her my fortunes. That his grace hath made the match, and all grace say amen to it.
Speak, Count. 'Tis your cue.
Silence is the most perfect herald of joy. I were but little happy if I could say how much. My lady, as you are mine, I am yours. I give away myself to you, and I dote upon the exchange.
Speak, cousin. Or if you cannot, stop his mouth with a kiss and let him not speak neither.
Oh, my lady, you have a very merry heart.
Yea. I thank it, my lord. Poor fool. It keeps on the windy side of care. My cousin tells him in his ear that he is in her heart.
And so she does.
Good Lord for alliance. Thus goes everyone to the world but I, and I am sunburnt. I may sit in a corner and cry, hey ho for a husband.
Oh, Lady Beatrice, I will find you one.
Oh, I had rather have one of your father's begetting. Hath your grace ne'er a brother like you? Your father got excellent husbands if a man could come by them.
Well, lady, will you have me?
No, my lord. Unless I might have another for working days. Your grace is too costly to wear every day. But I beseech your grace pardon me. I was born to speak all mirth and no matter.
Your silence would most offend me. For it is clear that you were born in a very merry hour.
Oh, no, sure, my lord. My mother cried. But then there was a star danced, and under that was I born. Cousins, God give you joy.
Niece, perhaps you could look into those things I had told you of.
I cry for mercy, uncle. By your grace's pardon.
Most pleasant-spirited lady.
There is very little of the melancholy element in her, my lord. She is never sad, but when she sleeps, and not even then, for my daughter hath many times told me that she hath dreamt of unhappiness and then waked herself with laughing.
Well, she cannot endure to hear of a husband.
Oh, by no means. She mocks all of her wooers out of suit.
She were an excellent wife for Benedict.
My lord, if they were but a week married, they would talk themselves mad.
Claudio, when mean you to go to the church?
Tomorrow, my lord. Time goes on crutches till love have all its rights.
Not till Monday, my dear son, which is but 3 days hence, and a time too soon as well for all answers in my mind.
Well, I warrant thee, Claudio, that the time will not go by us dully. I mean to undertake one of Hercules' labors, which is to bring the Lady Beatrice and Signor Benedict into a mountain of affection one with the other. I would fain have them matched, and I believe that I can accomplish it with your 3 helps.
My lord, I am with you, though it might cost me 10 nights' watchings.
And you, gentle hero?
I will do any modest office, my lord, to help my cousin to a good husband.
And I, lord.
Benedict is not the most unhopefulest of husbands that I know. I will teach you how to humor your cousin so that she will fall in love with Benedict. And with your 2 helps, we will so work on Benedict that, in despite of his quick wit and queasy stomach, he shall fall in love with Beatrice. Come, I will tell you of my draft.
It is so. The Count Claudio shall marry the daughter of Leonardo.
Yea, my lord, I can cross it.
Any bar, any cross, any impediment shall be medicinal to me. I am sick with displeasure to him, and whatsoever comes athwart his affection ranges evenly with mine. How canst thou cross this marriage?
I believe I told your lordship a year since how much I am in the favor of Margaret, the waiting gentlewoman to hero.
I remember.
I can, at any unseasonable instant of the night, bid me clean me out from mistress' chamber window.
What life is in that brings the death of this marriage?
The poison of that lies in you to tell. Go you to the prince and tell your brother how he has wronged his honor by marrying the renowned Claudio to a contaminated stales, which is one hero.
What proof shall I make of that?
Proof enough to misuse the prince, to vex Claudio, to undo hero, to kill.
I do much wonder that one man, seeing how another is a fool when he dedicates his behavior to love, becomes the argument of his own scorn by falling in love. Such a man is Claudio. I have known him when he would hear no music but the drum and the fife. Now he'd rather hear the tabor and the pipe. He was wont to speak plain and to the purpose as an honest man and a soldier. Now he has turned orthography. His words are a very fantastical banquet. So many strange dishes. Shall I be converted and see with those eyes? Well, I cannot tell, but I think not. One woman is fair, yet I am well. Another is virtuous, yet I am well. Another is wise, yet I am well. But until all these graces be in one woman shall not come in my grace. Rich she shall be, that's certain. Wise, or I'll none of her. Virtuous, or I'll never cheapen her. Fair, or I'll never look on her. Mild, or come not near me. Of good discourse, an excellent musician, and her hair be whatever color pleaseth God. Oh, the prince and Monsieur Love. I will hide me.
See you where Benedict hath hid himself.
Oh, very well, Lord.
Come, Leonardo, tell me, what was it you spoke of earlier today? That the Lady Beatrice is in love with Signor Benedict?
I did never think that lady could have liked any man.
No, nor I, my lord. Given that it is amazing that she should dote on Signor Benedict, who she seems in all outward behaviors ever to abhor.
Is possible? Sits the wind in that corner?
By my troth, my lord, I cannot tell what to make of it, but that she loves him with an enraged affection. It is beyond the infinite of thought.
Well, I would have thought that the lady was invincible against all assaults of affection.
I would have thought she had, my lord, especially against Benedict.
Indeed, it's true.
Well, what signs of passion does she show?
What signs? You heard her tell you.
Yeah, indeed, it's true. So So Hero says that your daughter says, "Shall I?" says she, "who have so oft encountered him with scorn, write him and tell him that I love him." And then down upon her knees she falls, weeps, sobs, beats her breast, plucks out her hair, prays, curses. Oh, sweet Benedict, God's give me patience.
She does indeed. My daughter says so, and she is so afraid that she is so overcome by affection that she might do a desperate outrage to herself. It is very true.
Well, it were good if Benedict were to know of it from some other she will not discover it herself.
Were it good, think you?
To what end? He would make but a sport of it, and torment the poor lady worse.
That's true. She is a sweet and virtuous lady.
And exceedingly wise.
Well, in everything except love, Benedict.
Well, I am sorry for her, and I have just cause, being her uncle.
I would that she had bestowed this dotage upon me. I would have forgone all other respects and made her half myself.
And were that good, think you?
Well, pray you, we should tell Benedict nothing.
So Hero says that she would that she would die if she did not love him, and you die if she did not, ere she made her love known, and she would die if he did not woo her, rather than bate one breath of her accustomed crossness.
No, the lady doth well. If she were to reveal her affections to Benedict, he would most likely scorn them, for the man hath a contemptible spirit. But I pray you, we should tell him.
Oh, never tell him, my lord. Let him wear it out, but with good counsel.
Nay, that's impossible. She would wear her heart out first. That's her torment.
Well, if he dote not upon her on this, I'll never trust my expectations.
My lord, will you walk? Dinner is ready.
Now, we will let the same net be spread for Beatrice, and that which your daughter will carry on.
This can be no trick. The conference was sadly born. Well, they have the truth of it from Hero. They seem to pity the lady. It seems her affections have their full bent. Love me. Well, it must be requited. I hear how I am censured. They say that I will bear myself proudly if I perceive the love come from her. They say that she would also die rather than show any sign of affection. I must not seem proud. Happy are they who can hear the detractions and set them to mending. They say the lady is fair. 'Tis true, I can bear them witness. And that she is virtuous, 'tis so, I cannot reprove it. And that she is wise, but for loving me. By my troth, it is no addition to her wit, nor any great argument of her folly, for I will be horribly in love with her. I may have some odd quirks or remnants of wit broken on me for having railed so long against marriage. But doth not the appetite alter? The man loves the food, the meat in his youth that he cannot endure in his age. Shall these quips and sentences and paper bullets of the brain awe a man from the career of his humor? No! The world must be peopled! When I said I would die a bachelor, I never thought I should live till I were married. Oh, here comes the Lady Beatrice now. Oh, by this day, she's a fair lady. I do spy some marks of love on her.
Against my will, I am sent to bid you come in to dinner.
Fair Beatrice, I thank you for your pains.
I took no more pains for those thanks than you take pains to thank me. If it had been painful, I would not have come.
You take pleasure in the message, then?
Yea, just so much as you may take upon a knife's point. You have no stomach, Signor. Fare you well.
Against my will, I am sent to bid you come in to dinner. There's a double meaning in that. I took no more pains for these thanks than you took pains to thank me. Well, that's as much to say, any pains I take for you are as easy as thanks. Oh, if I do not pity her, I am a villain. Oh, I will go get her picture.
Now, Ursula, when Beatrice doth come, our talk must only be of Benedict. When I do name him, let it be thy part to grace him more than ever man did merit. My talk to thee must be how Benedict is sick in love with Beatrice. Now begin.
You're not in my part of the dialogue.
No, truly, Ursula, she is too disdainful. I know her spirits are as coy and ragged as haggards of the rock.
But are you sure that Benedict loves Beatrice so entirely?
So says the prince and my betrothed lord.
And did they bid you tell her of it?
They did bid me to acquaint her of it, but I told them if they loved Benedict, to wish him wrestle with affection, and never to let Beatrice know of it.
But why did you so? Doth not the gentleman deserve as fine and fortunate a bed as ever Beatrice shall catch upon?
O God of love, I know he doth deserve as much may be yielded to a man. But nature never framed a woman's heart of prouder stuff than that of Beatrice. Disdain and scorn rise sparkling in her eyes, misprizing what they look upon, and her wit values itself so highly that to her all else matters seem weak. She cannot take shape of love or project of affection. She is so self-endeared.
Sure, and it were good she did not know of it, lest she'll make sport of it.
Why, you speak truth. I never yet saw a man how young, how wise. But she would spell him backwards.
Sure. Such carping is not commendable.
But who dare tell her so? If I should speak, she would mock me into air. Oh, she would laugh me out of myself, press me to death with wit. Therefore, let Benedict, like a covered fire, consume away in sighs, waste inwardly.
Oh, do not do your cousin such a wrong. She cannot be so without true judgment as to reject so fair and fine a gentleman as Signor Benedict.
He is the only man of Italy. Always accept, my dear Claudio.
Be not angry with me, madam, speaking my fancy, but Signor Benedict, for shape and bearing, argument and valor,
He
goes
hath
foremost throughout Italy.
True. He hath an excellent good name.
His excellence did earn it ere he had it. When are you married, madam?
Why, every day tomorrow. Come, go in and I'll have thy counsel on which to best furnish me tomorrow.
She's lying, madam.
If it proves so, then loving goes by haps. Some cupids kill with arrows, some with traps.
What fire is in mine ears? Can this be true? Stand I condemned for pride and scorn so much? Contempt, farewell, and maiden pride adieu. No glory lives behind the back of such. And Benedict, love on. I will requite thee, taming my wild heart to thy loving hand. If thou dost love, my kindness shall incite thee to bind our loves up in a holy band. For others say thou dost deserve, and I believe it better than reportingly.
I do but stay until your marriage be consummate. Then I go on toward Aragon.
Well, I'll bring you thither, Lord, if you'll vouchsafe me.
Nay. That would be too much a soil on the gloss of your new marriage, as to show a child his new coat and forbid him to wear it. No, I will only be bold with Benedict, for from the crown of his head to the sole of his foot, he is all mirth.
Gallant, I am not as I have been.
So say I. Methinks you are sadder.
Good Signor, walk aside with me. I have studied 8 or 9 words to speak with you, which these hobby horses must not hear.
Oh, to break with him about Beatrice.
Hero and Ursula have by this played their parts with Beatrice, and then the 2 bears will not bite one another when they meet.
My lord and brother, God save you.
Good den, brother.
If your leisure served, I would speak with you.
In private.
If you wish, though the Count Claudio may hear, for what I would speak of concerns him.
Why? What is the problem?
Means your lordship to be married tomorrow?
Well, you know that he does.
I know not that when he knows what I know.
If there be some impediment, I pray you discover it.
You may think I love you not. Let that appear hereafter, and aim better at me by that I will now manifest. For my brother, I think he holds you well and in dearness of heart, has helped effect your ensuing marriage. Surely suit ill spent and labor ill bestowed.
Why? What is the problem?
I came hither to tell you the lady is disloyal.
Who? Hero?
Even she. Leonardo's hero, your hero, every man's hero.
Disloyal?
Oh, the word is too good to paint out her wickedness. I could say she were worse, but think you a worse title, and I will fit her to it. Wonder not till further warned. Go but with me tonight, and you shall see her bedchamber window entered, even the night before her wedding day. If you love her then, tomorrow wed her, but it would best fit your honor to change your mind.
May this be so.
I will not think it.
If you trust not that you see, confess not that you know. If you will follow me, you will see enough, and when you have seen more and heard more, proceed accordingly.
If I see anything tonight, I should not marry tomorrow in the congregation where I am to wed. There I will shame her.
And as I wooed for thee to obtain her, I will stand with you to disgrace her.
I will disparage her no more till you are my witnesses. Bear it coldly till midnight, and let the issue show itself.
Are you a good man and true?
Yea, else 'twere but pity he should suffer salvation, body and soul.
Nay, that were a punishment too good for him, if he should have any allegiance in him, being chosen for the prince's watch.
Well, give him his charge, neighbor Dogberry.
This is your charge. You are to comprehend all vagrom men. You are to bid any man stand in the prince's name.
And how if they will not stand?
Why then, let him go, and thank God you are rid of a knave.
Well, were he not to stand, then he is none of the prince's subjects.
True, and you are to meddle with none but the prince's subjects. Well, you are to call at all the alehouses, and bid those that are drunk get them to bed.
And how if they will not?
Why then, let them alone till they are sober.
Else?
If you meet a thief, you may suspect him by virtue of your office to be no true man. And for such kind of men, the less you meddle or make with them, why the more your honesty.
If I know him to be a thief, shall I not lay hands upon him?
Truly, by your office you may, but I think those that touch pitch will be defiled. The most peaceable way for you, if you do take a thief, is to let him show himself what he is and steal out of your company. Well, Watcher, good night. And there be any matter of weight chances, call up me. Come, neighbor.
Well, I hear my charge. We'll sit here upon the church bench until 2 and then to bed.
One word more on this, neighbor. I pray you, watch about Signor Leonardo's door. For the wedding being there tomorrow, there's a great coil tonight. Adieu. Be vigilant, I beseech you.
Conrad! Conrad, I say!
Here, man. I'm at thy elbow. Now 4 will I take.
Know that I have earned Don John 1,000 ducats.
Could any villainy be so dear?
Thou shouldst rather ask if it possible any villainy should be so rich. For when rich villains have need of poor ones may make what price they will.
Some treason masters yet stand close.
But tonight know that I am Lady Margaret, the waiting gentlewoman's hero. She leans me out of Richard's chamber window, bids me 1,000 times good night. I tell this so poorly, I should first tell you how the Prince Claudio and our master Don John planted, placed, and zest, saw out of the orchard this amiable encounter.
And something Margaret was hero?
2 of them did, the Prince and Claudio, but the devil, our master, knew she was Margaret, and partly by his oaths, which were possessed them, and partly by the dark night, which did deceive them, but chiefly by my villainy, did confirm any slander Don John had made. Away went Claudio, enraged, and swore he would meet her, as is appointed, there in front of the whole congregation, shame her, and send her home without a husband.
Hold! I charge you in the prince's name. Stand. Master Constable, we have here a piece of lechery, as bad a piece of lechery as was ever known in the Commonwealth.
Oh, master's master.
Peace, never speak. Let us obey you to come with us.
Come, we'll obey you.
Honest neighbor?
Marry, sir, I would have some confidence with you that discerns you nearly.
Be brief, I pray you, for you see it is busy time with me.
Oh, marry, sir. Tonight's watch, excepting yourself, has apprehended a couple as errant and knaves as any in Messina.
One word, sir. Our watch, sir, have indeed comprehended 2 auspicious persons, and we would have them this morning examined before your worship.
Take the examination yourself and bring it to me, for you see it is in great haste.
It shall be suffigance.
Drink some wine before you go. Oh, fare you well.
My lord, they wait upon you to give your daughter to her husband.
I will attend upon them. I'm ready.
Westermark Light. Go, good partner. Go to the sexton. Bring his pen and inkhorn to the jail. We are now to examination these men.
Ah, but we must do it wisely.
We will spare for no wit, I warrant you. Only get the learned writer to set down our excommunication and meet me at the jail.
Marriage. You come hither, my lord, to marry this lady?
No. To be married to her. Friar, you come to marry her.
Lady, you come hither to be married to this count?
I do.
If either of you know any inward impediment why you should not be conjoined, I charge you on your souls to utter it.
Know you any hero?
None, my lord.
Know you any, Count?
Stand thee by, friar. Father, by your leave, will you with free and unconstrained soul give me this maid your daughter?
As freely as God did give her to me.
And what have I to give you back whose worth may counterpoise this rich and precious gift?
Nothing, unless you render her again.
Sweet prince, you learn me noble thankfulness. There, Leonardo. Take her back again. She is but the sign and semblance of her honor. Give not this rotten orange to your friend. Behold, all that can see her. She were a maid by these exterior shows, yet she is none. She knows the heat of a luxurious bed.
What do you mean, my lord?
Not to be married. Not to knit my soul to an approved wanton.
My dear lord, if you, in your own proof, have vanquished her resistance and defeated her virginity...
I know what you would say. That if she had known me, she will have come to me as a husband and therefore extenuate the forehand sin. But no, Leonardo, I never tempted her with word too large. But as a brother to a sister, show her bashful sincerity and comely love.
Seemed I ever otherwise to you?
You seemed like Diane in her orb, as chaste as the bud e'er be blown. But you are as intemperate in your blood as Venus, or those pampered animals that rage in savage sensuality.
Is my lord so well that he doth speak so wide?
Good prince, why speak not you?
What should I speak? That I stand here, dishonored, that I have gone about to link my good friend to a common stale?
Are these things spoken, or do I but dream?
Sir, they are spoken, and these things are true.
This looks not like a nuptial.
Leonardo, let me but move one question to your daughter, and by that fatherly and kindly power that you have, bid her answer truly.
I charge thee do so, as thou art my child.
What man spoke with you yesternight outside your window betwixt 12 and 1? If you are a maid, answer me this.
I spoke with no lord at that hour.
Then you are no maid. Leonardo, I am sorry that you must hear. But at that hour last night, by my honor, myself, my brother, and this grieved count did see her, hear her, talk with a villain who hath confessed to the vile sins that they have had 1,000 times in secret.
Fie, they must not be named, my lord, must not be spoken of. There is not chastity enough in language to utter them. Thus, pretty lady, I am sorry for that much misgovernment.
Oh, hero, what a hero wouldst thou been if just half thy thoughts and graces had been placed around thy thoughts and graces and hearts and the mind, and fare thee well, most foul, most fair. Farewell, thou impious purity, thou impure piety.
Hath no man's dagger here a point for me?
Come, brother, let us go. These things come thus to light. Smother her spirit up.
How doth the lady?
Dead, I think. Help, Uncle. Hero.
Oh, fate.
Uncle.
Fate, take not away thy heavy hand. Sorrow is the greatest cover for her shame that might ever be wished.
Oh, how now, Cousin Hero. Oh.
Have comfort, lady. Dost thou look up? Yea, wherefore should she not? Wherefore? Why does not every living thing cry shame upon her name? Can she here deny the very story that is written on her blood? No. Do not rise, hero. Do not live. Grieved I, had I but one child. One too many by thee. Why had I one? Why wast thou so ever lovely in mine eyes?
Sir, be patient. I myself am attired in wonder and know not what to say.
On my soul, my cousin is belied.
Lady, were you her bedfellow last night?
No, truly. Although until last night I have this past 12-month been her bedfellow.
Confirmed. Confirmed. When the princes lie, Claudio lied. Loved her so that he washed it away with his tears. So away from her. Let her die. Hear me a little. By noting of the lady, I have marked 1,000 blushing apparitions to start into her face. 1,000 innocent shames in angel whiteness beat away those blushes. And in her eye there hath appeared a fire to burn the errors that these princes hold against her maiden truth. Call me a fool if this sweet lady be not guiltless here against some biting error. Lady, what man is he you are accused of?
They know that to accuse me. I know not. If I know more of any man than that which maiden modesty doth warrant, let all my sins lack mercy. My father, prove you that I spoke with any man at hours unmeet, or yesternight maintained the conversation with any creature. Refuse me, hate me, torture me to death.
There must be some strange misunderstanding in the princes.
Two of them have the very bent of honor, and if their wisdom be misled in this, the practice of it lives in John the bastard, whose spirit toils in frame of villainies.
I know not. If they speak but truth of her, these hands shall render her. But if they wrong her honor, the very proudest of them will hear of it. Pause a little, and let my counsel sway you in this case. Your daughter here, the princes have left for dead. Let her be kept a while secretly inside. And what will that do? When Claudia learns that she died on his words, the idea of her life shall sweetly grow in the study of his imagination. And every organ of her lovely life shall come apparelled in more precious habit than when she lived indeed.
Then shall he mourn and wish he had not so accused her. No, though he thought his accusation true.
Signor Leonato, let the friar advise you in this.
Being that I flow in grief, the slightest twine might lead me.
Come, lady, die to live. Perhaps this wedding day is but prolonged. Have patience and endure.
Lady Beatrice, have you wept all this while?
Yea, and I will weep a while longer.
I would not desire that.
You have no reason. I do it freely.
Surely I do believe your cousin is wronged.
Oh, how much might the man deserve of me who could right her?
Is there any way to show such friendship?
A very even way. But no such friend.
Might a man do it?
It is a man's office. But not yours.
I do love nothing in the world so well as you. Is that not strange?
As strange as the thing I know not. It were as possible for me to say I love nothing so well as you. But believe me not, and yet I lie not. I confess nothing, nor I deny nothing. I am sorry for my cousin.
By my sword, Beatrice, thou lovest me.
Do not swear and eat it.
I will swear by it that you love me, and I will make him eat it that swears I love not you.
Will you not eat your words?
Oh, with no sauce that can be devised to it. I protest, I love thee.
Why then, God forgive me.
What offense, sweet Beatrice?
You have stayed me in a happy hour. I was about to protest that I loved you.
Well, then do it with all thy heart.
I love you with so much of my heart that none is left to protest.
Come, bid me do anything for thee.
Kill Claudio.
Not for the wide world.
Kill me to deny it. Fare you well. There is no love in you.
Tarry, sweet Beatrice.
I am gone, though I am here. There is no love in you.
Beatrice! We'll be friends first.
You dare easier be friends with me than fight with mine enemy?
Well, is Claudio thine enemy?
Oh, is it not approved in the height of villain that hath scorned, slandered, dishonored my kinswoman? What? Bear her in hand until they come to take hands, and then with public accusation, uncovered slander, unmitigated rancor. Oh, God, that I were a man! I would eat his heart in the marketplace! Talk with a man out of a window, a proper saying.
Tarry, sweet Beatrice.
Hero, she is wronged, she is slandered, she is undone.
Beatrice!
Princes and counties, surely a princely testimony, a goodly count. I cannot be a woman, a man with wishing. Therefore, I will die a woman with grieving.
Tarry, Beatrice. By this hand, I love thee.
Use it for my love some other way than swearing by it.
Think you, in your heart, that Count Claudio hath wronged Hero?
As sure as I have a thought or a heart.
Enough. I am engaged. I will challenge him. I will kiss your hand. And so I leave you. By this hand, Claudio shall render me a dear account. As you hear of me, so think of me. Go, comfort your cousin. I must say she is dead. And so, farewell.
Is our whole assembly appeared?
Which be the malfeasers?
Yea, Mary, let them come before me. What is your name, friend?
Baracchio.
Pray write down Baracchio. And yours? Sirrah?
I am a gentleman. My name is Conrad.
Write down Master Gentleman Comrade. Masters, it is proved already that you are little better than false knaves, and it will go near to be thought so shortly. How answer you for yourselves?
Sir, I say to you, we are none.
Master Constable, you go not the way to examine. You must call forth the watch that are their accusers.
Oh, yea, Mary, that's the eftest way. Let the watch come forth. Watcher, I charge you in the prince's name, accuse these men.
This man said, sir, that Don John, the prince's brother, was a villain.
Write down Prince John a villain. What? Wait, this is flat perjury to call a prince's brother villain.
Master.
What else heard you out and say else?
That he had received 1,000 ducats of Don John for accusing the lady hero wrongfully.
Flat burglary as ever was committed.
What else, fellow?
And that Claudio, upon hearing this, should denounce her in front of the whole assembly and not marry her.
What else?
This is all.
And this is more than you can deny. Prince John is this morning secretly stolen away. Lady Hero was in this manner accused, in this manner refused, and on the grief of this, suddenly died. Master Constable, let these men be bound and taken to Leonardo's. I shall go before and show him their examination.
Come, let them be opinioned.
Ah, coxcomb.
God's my life, where's the sexton? Let him write down the prince's officer coxcomb. Come, bind them. Thou naughty varlet.
You are an ass. You are an ass.
Dost thou not suspect my years? Dost thou not suspect my life? Oh, Oh, that he were here to write me down an ass. But masters, remember that I am an ass. Though it be not written down, yet forget not that I am an ass. I'll have you know that I am a wise fellow, and which is more, an officer, and which is more, a householder, and which is more...
As pretty a piece of flesh as any in Messina!
Bring them away. Oh, that I had been writ down an ass.
Pray, silence. Your waters fall on my ears as profitless as water in a sieve. Show me a man whose love for his daughter, whose joy of her was so overwhelmed like mine is, and of him I will practice patience. I pray thee, peace.
Let not all the blame fall upon yourself. Let those who do dishonor you suffer too.
There! You speak reason. I will do so. My heart doth tell me that hero is belied, and that shall Claudio know, and the prince, and all of those that just dishonor her.
Here come the prince and Claudio hastily.
Good day. Good day, both of you.
Good morrow, my lords.
We have some haste, Leon.
Oh, some haste, my lord. Well, are you so hasty now? Well, all is done.
Nay, do not quarrel with us, good old man.
If you could right himself of quarreling, some of us would lie low.
Who wrongs him?
Thou dost wrong him, thou dissembler, thou!
I say thou hast killed mine innocent child. Thy slander has gone through her heart, and she lies buried with her ancestors in a tomb that never scandal slept, save this of yours, framed by thy villainy.
My villainy?
Thine, Claudio. Thine, I say.
Away. I will not have to do with you.
Canst thou so toy with me? Thou hast killed my child, and if thou kill me, boy, thou wilt kill a man.
He will kill two of us, for I am more man than he. God knows, I love my niece, and she's dead. Slandered to death by villains that do no more accord than I do grab a serpent by the tongue. Apes, braggarts, jacks, milksop, lily-livered boy!
Hold, both of you! We will not wait your patience. Leonardo, I am sorry for your daughter's death. But she was charged with nothing, but was true and full of proof.
My lord!
We will not hear you.
No? Come, sister, away. I will be heard!
And shall, or some of us will smart for it.
Oh, look, here comes the man we seek.
Good day, senor. What news?
Good day, my lords.
You are very near come to part of fray.
We'd like to have had our two noses snapped off by two bothersome siblings.
I came to seek you both.
But we've been up and down to seek thee, for we are high proof melancholy, and would fain have it beaten away. Wilt thou use thy wit?
It is in my scabbard. Shall I draw it?
Well, God bless me from a challenge.
Shall I speak a word in your ear?
Thou
Thou art a villain, a chestnut. I will make it known where you dare, what you dare, when you dare. Do me right, or I will protest your cowardice. You have killed a sweet lady, and her death will fall heavy on you. Let me hear from you. My lord, for your many courtesies, I thank you. However, I must discontinue our employment.
Why for?
Your brother has fled from Messina. You have among you killed a sweet and innocent lady. From a Lord Lackwit there, he and I shall meet. Until then, peace be with you.
He's very angry indeed. And did he not say that my brother fled? And now the constable with two of my brother's men, Baracchio, what have these men done?
Marry, sir, they have spoken untruths. Moreover, they are slanders. Secondarily, they have verified unjust things. Sixthly, they have belied a lady. Thirdly, they are liars. And to conclude, they are lying knaves.
This learned constable is too cunning to be understood. What have you done?
Sweet prince, hear me and let this count kill me. I have deceived your very eyes. With your wisdoms, you could not discover these shallow fools who brought to light, who overheard me confessing to this man of the slander I made to Lady Hero, who saw you out in the orchard. They have upon record my villainy, which I would rather seal with my death than to brought upon my shame. The lady is dead because of mine and my master's false accusations.
Runs not this speech like iron through your blood?
I have drunk poison while they uttered it.
Come, bring them away. By this time, our sexton hath reformed Signor Leonato of the matter. And masters, do not forget to specify when time and place shall serve that I am an ass.
Look, here comes Signor Master Leonato and his sister.
Which is the villain? Let me see his face so that when I know another like him, I may avoid him. Which of these is he?
Look upon my face and see the wrong.
Art thou slave that with thy words have killed my innocent child?
Yea, and I alone.
No, not so, villain. Here stand a pair of honorable men, and a third that had a hand in it has fled.
I thank you, princess, for my daughter's death. Record it with your high and noble deeds. 'Twas bravely done, if you think you of it.
I know not how to pray your patience, yet I must speak. Impose upon me whatever punishment you may. And let me pay the penance of thy wrath.
And all I did was fail to understand the lie. I would have been under any punishment you would direct.
I cannot bid you bid my daughter live. That were impossible. But I tell you both, possess the people here of Messina how innocent she died. Tomorrow morning, come you to my door. And since you could not be my son-in-law, be yet my nephew. You see, my sister hath a daughter, almost the copy of mine that's dead, and she alone is the heir to the both of us. give her the honor you should have given her cousin, and so dies my revenge.
I do embrace your offer, and for henceforth dispose of poor Claudio forever.
Well then, till tomorrow morning, gentlemen. Tonight, I take my leave.
We will not fail.
Moreover, sir, which indeed is not under white and black, this plaintiff here, the offender, did call me ass. I beseech you, let it be remembered in his punishment.
I thank thee for thy penance.
Your worship speaks like a most thankful and reverent youth, and I praise God for you.
There's for thy pains. I relieve thee of thy prisoner, and I thank thee.
I leave an errant knave with your worship, which I beseech your worship to correct yourself for the benefit of others. Come, neighbor.
Until tomorrow morning, then, my lords.
Farewell. Farewell, my lords. We look for you tomorrow.
Ah, sweet Mistress Ursula, deserve well at my hand by calling Lady Beatrice to me. Ah, sweet Beatrice, wouldst thou come when I call?
Yea, signor, and depart when you bid me.
Oh, but stay till then.
Oh, then is spoken. Fare you well now. And yet ere I go, let me go with that which I came for, which is with knowing what hath passed between you and Claudio.
Only foul words, and thereupon I will kiss thee.
Foul words is but foul wind, and foul wind is but foul breath, and foul breath is noisome. Therefore I will depart unkissed.
Thou hast right the word, almost out of its right sense, so forcible is thy wit, but I tell thee plainly, Claudio undergoes my challenge, and he shall hear from me presently, I shall hear from him presently, or I shall subscribe him a villain. And now, for which of my bad parts did you first fall in love with?
For them all together, which maintain so politic a state of evil that they will not admit any good part to intermingle with them. But for which of my good parts did you first suffer love for me?
Suffer love, a good epithet. I do suffer indeed, for I love thee against my will.
In spite of your heart, I think. Alas, poor heart. If you spite it for my sake, I will spite it for yours, for I will never love that which my friend hates.
Thou and I are too wise to woo peaceably. And now, how doth your cousin?
Very ill.
And how do you?
Very ill too.
Serve God, love me, and mend. Oh, and therefore I will leave you in haste, for here comes one in haste.
You must attend your uncle. A great turmoil has come up at home. It's proved that the late hero has been, she's been falsely accused. and the prince and Claudio were mightily abused, and Don John was the author of it all. Will you come? Oh, will you go hear this news with me, signor?
I will live in thy heart, die in thy lap, and be buried in those eyes. And moreover, I will go with thee to thy uncle's.
Did I not tell you she was innocent?
So are the prince and Claudio, who only accused her on the error that you heard debated.
Well, I, for one, am glad everything worked out so well.
And I, too, being else by faith and forced to call Claudio to an account for it.
Well, daughter, and gentlewomen all,
Retreat into your chambers by yourselves, and when I bid for you, come forth veiled. Prince and Claudio promised by this hour to visit me. Now, sister, you know your office. You must be the mother to your brothers.
I will do with confirmed countenance.
Friar, I must entreat your pains, I think.
To do what, senor?
To bind me, or undo me, one of them. Good senor, truth it is that your niece regards me with an eye of favor.
That I, my daughter, lent her.
That I do with a eye of love requite her.
By that mind, you might have gotten that from myself and Claudio and the prince, but what's your will?
Your answer, sir, is enigmatical. But for my will is that your goodwill should stand with ours this day to be conjoined in the state of holy marriage, for which, good friar, I will desire your help.
My heart is with your liking.
And my help. Here come the prince and Claudio.
Good day to this noble company.
Good morrow. We here attend you. Claudio, you yet intend to marry with my sister's daughter?
Yea, I'll hold my mind.
Call her forth, sister. Here's the friar ready.
Which is the lady I must seize upon?
This is she, and I do give you to her.
And she is mine. Sweet. Let me look at your face.
No, that you shall not, until you have taken her hand before this friar and sworn to marry her.
I take my hand before this holy friar. And if thou likest of me, I am your husband.
When I lived, I was your other wife. And when you loved, you were my other husband.
The former hero who was dead.
She died, my lord.
Nothing more certainer. One hero died defiled, but surely as I live, I am a maid.
She died, my lord, but only while her slander lived.
All this amazement can I qualify when, after the holy rite is concluded, I'll tell you largely of fair hero's death. Meantime, let wonder seem familiar, and let us presently to the chapel.
Soft and fair, friar. Which is Beatrice?
I answer to that name. What is your will?
Do you not love me?
Why, no. No more than reason.
Then your uncle and Claudio and the prince were deceived. They swore you were almost sick to death of me.
They swore that you were well nigh dead for me.
'Tis no such matter. Then you do not love me?
No, truly. But in friendly recompense.
Come now, cousin, I'm sure you love the Lord.
Oh, I'll be sworn upon it that he loves her, for here's a letter in his own hand, a halting son of his own dear brain fashioned to Lady Beatrice.
And here I have another letter written my cousin's hand, stolen from her pocket, confessed her true affections for Benedict.
A miracle. Here's our hand against our own hearts. Come, I will have thee, but in this light, I take thee for pity.
I would not deny thee, but by this good day I yield upon great persuasion, and partly to save your life, for I was told you were in a consumption.
I will stop your mouth. I tell thee what, Prince, a college of witcrackers could not flout me out of my humor. In brief, since I do intend to marry, I will think nothing to any purpose that the world can say against it, and therefore never flout at me what I have said against it. For man is a giddy thing, and this is my conclusion.
My lord, your brother John has been taken in flight and has just now been returned to the scene by armed men.
Think not on him till tomorrow. I'll devise brave punishments for him. Well, strike up music. Let us have a dance ere we are married, that we may lighten our hearts and our ladies' heels.
We will have dancing afterwards.
First, upon my word, play music. Oh, Prince. Prince, you are sad. Get thee a wife. Get thee a wife.
For attending Much Ado About Nothing today and enjoying the lunch break, as it were. And feel free to hang out, talk with our actors for a little bit. I do not know what time it is, but I know coronation again will start around 3.
It's 2:45.
What?
You've got a hour.
Yes, very soon. Okay. Anyways, thank you all for coming. Enjoy the rest of 12th night and cope.
run back up and change again.